Your final pictures here, extra big round of applause to Rudie. Here you go.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh. Welcome to Reck Connect. Who would have thought that the future of coding would look like the 1970s? What do I mean with this? Right now, the two best coding platforms in the world are Cloud Code and Codex. Both run inside the CLI. What is a CLI? It's a terminal-based environment that looks very retro and simple. So why is this the gold standard of coding right now? 3 reasons. One is distraction-free. No fancy UIs, no apps to mess around with, only text. Text is important because these are in fact large language models. They need the text to play with. And finally, it forces a new way of working. You can't touch the code anymore. But it's not perfect. It runs on your laptop, and the laptop is fragile. If it stops, so does the coding. Furthermore, a laptop is just a small computer. It has very limited horsepower. And finally, managing multiple agents can get very messy. Too many terminals everywhere. That is where the idea started. What if we could have a connected system? A mirror where the laptop becomes just an interface. And the real coding happens on the desktop. That is Reck Connect. For the user, it feels like normal, just nicely organized. Your agents are there, and if they need attention, they quietly notify you. Everything stays private inside of a local VPN, and files are synced automatically. So the user is none the wiser that all the terminals are actually running on the desktop. And it's crash proof. Close your laptop, nothing stops. Laptop crashes, nothing's lost. And even if the station dies, reboot and continue coding. Right now we're running a private beta on macOS with our customers. Which customers? Reckon customers. Over the last 6 months, we've been running a bunch of advanced trainings on AI for companies across many industries. We help them actually integrate next level AI. These are usually companies that are already using basic tools like ChatGPT and want to upgrade their team. If this sounds like you, please reach out, and thank you for your time. Questions?
So comparing it, have you heard of Orchestrator? Would perhaps be a similar thing. So what does differentiate it from?
Yeah. So I also use Orchestrator, and I used a couple of other ones. For me, it's a simple approach, not very developer focused. So for example, for the developers out there, you have a bunch of GitHub information on Orchestrator, all kinds of other stuff. He is a simple stoplight. So it's, for example, I need your attention, it's going to be orange. I have a problem, it's going to be red and a little square. I am ready and running. I'm going to be green. So it's a very simplified approach, especially if a lot of them running, it's very simple, and it's really based on this split system, right? So you're never actually working on the laptop, you're working on the station, but all the files are transmitted through, and even things like MCP servers can transmit through, so it can use the browser on your laptop, even though the station is running on the desktop, those kind of things.
So at what stage are you at with the development of, say, the front end?
Yeah, we have it running now internally, and then with our customers. And then we're looking for slowly working out. It's only macOS right now, that's what we're running on. But eventually maybe we want to do like an open source thing, or it depends on what it's useful.
Very good. So what's the best place to go to find the beta?
Right now it's not online anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So the best place is to go to me or to my co-founder.
More questions, yes. Alexander.
So what are you looking for? Why are you here?
Yeah, so for us it's mainly to announce that we are building this. We have been using this for the last couple months. I want to show if there's people that are also doing CLI coding, we would like to know what are your problems, right? Where are you struggling with? And then finally, maybe you want to try it in the future. That's what we're looking for, to not be so secret anymore.
Yeah, here's a question, Rudie.
Yeah.
So I use Cloud Code every single day for like the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Why would I use your product versus setting up a desktop that's running at home where I'm able to continuously commit and sync my files?
Right. So are you running a desktop and you still have a laptop in your life, or you're just sitting at home and nobody sees you ever, or you go out in the world?
I'm saying if I have a desktop that's stationed at home,
Right.
and I don't know, maybe I'm using Dispatch or local code.
Yeah, so I also still do that. I still use the Cloud Code app.
Yeah.
But then you don't have the full CLI. For example, you want to slash model, it says I can't do that on this cloud instance. You need to have the CLI to do that. Right now there's no solution that can do that directly. So for you, nothing changes. It looks like you're using the CLI on your laptop, and there's a tail-scale VPN, and nobody knows. So it's really about using exactly the same. So on my phone, I just use the Cloud app. It works fine. Use Dispatch, it's great. But if you want to go for a real coding session where you're sitting outside over a beer with your mates, then it's possible to do that on the desktop. And secondly, we do a lot of hardware development. So then the desktop is connected to the hardware, and I can still run on my laptop. I have one question for the audience. Can I?
Yeah, of
Did
course.
anybody see anything weird about my pitch? Because I was super nervous because it's the first time using something new. You saw it. Yeah.
Sorry, I think you created your presentation using Cloudy, right?
No, that's not the question. But yes, of course. But I was wearing a special glasses. I had a teleprompter right in front of me using photonics technology inside of these glasses.
Nee, seriously, show me.
I'll turn it on for you.
Wow.
You look totally different. It also helps with my nerves.
So you should see some sort of screen, but you need to have it perfectly because it's optimized for me. So maybe you're not seeing it perfectly. See some green?
Wow.
Welcome to the future! Woo!
Welcome to Reck Connect. Who would have thought the future of coding would look like the 1970s? What do I mean by this? Right now, the two best coding platforms in the world are Cloud Code and Codex. Wow! Rudie